Hello, everybody. Somebody find me to love. Find me somebody to love. Find me somebody to love. Find me somebody to love. Find me. I don't know the rest of the lyrics. That's all I know. Hi, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode. That's what I said.
But you didn't do like that.
Yeah, I did. Like I did the vibrato and everything.
Oh,
Oh,
that's what you were doing in the beginning.
Yeah. That's why I did the fine.
I didn't know it was happening. I didn't notice it until just now in our intro music. But there's like a solid echo of the siren noise thing. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
It like perfectly exits out, and I don't know how you did it, but you did a good job with it somehow. I don't know what it is, but let me see if you pick it up here. Oh, son of an ad.
Another one. Hello, everybody. When you're listening to this, it is most likely Monday, May 30th, which means me and Andy have been dating for 2 years.
Wow.
Yay, 2 years.
Congratulations.
We did it.
Here's to two more.
My slam poetry.
That noise. Listen for the out of it. Hear it?
No.
It was pretty good, solid in and out.
What can I say? I'm just good at making music.
I guess so. Or you just got lucky.
Maybe. No such thing as luck.
Really?
Yep.
Like, not at all.
It's all skill.
No.
All skill and coincidence.
No. No.
There is no such thing as luck, technically.
So do you just not believe in aliens? Is that where this is going?
Oh, no.
Because if you don't believe in luck, like you don't believe in the divine powers of the universe, then that means you
No, I do, but it's not luck. It's just the timing and like the coincidence of it all happening in the right time. After yesterday, I will never...
If you believe in coincidence, you believe in luck.
No, coincidence
Yes,
and luck
100%.
are not the same thing.
They're under the same category of like astrological... Okay, no, I guess it'd be the opposite. I guess if you believe in it was meant to happen.
Yeah,
you also believe in luck.
No, I think if you believe it was meant to happen, well, that's not coincidence then.
Correct.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everything happens for a reason, but...
So you believe everything happens for a reason?
Everything does happen for a reason, but there's also...
So what...
Fuck,
what is
I was about to say there's also lucky coincidences.
See?
I mean, yes.
What's the reason then?
It's just coincidence. You never know the
You
reason
said
until
everything
you
happens
figure
for
it
a
out.
reason.
Until you figure it out. I see a giant mosquito flying
I
around.
did not mean to
That was good. I saw it fly.
Speaking of like
lights.
astral music, that sounds up there in like spacey.
Astral plane.
Hold on, let me redo that. I think that could be better. Give me a sec. There we go.
This is if they added techno into Animal Crossing.
Maybe.
I can't remember the name of the band, but they made an app out of all of the samples that they made an album out of. So you can recreate their songs with the app, but you can also mix all of their songs together to create new songs. I can't remember the name of the app, but it's like 5 dudes. You've seen the TikToks of them, I'm sure. It's like the 5 characters standing there, and when they light up, they sing a specific part, and then they add like the bass line to somebody, and that person does the bass, and then...
No.
Oh. Huh? Oh. Everybody get ready for Andy's appearance on camera.
Oh, I love her shirt. I was trying to figure out what it was.
It's Goofy.
Sick shirt. It's the Goofy movie shirt. I love
Power line, baby.
that.
Know what? The song?
Do what?
Do we know the song to Power line? No. What'd she say?
I don't know. She seemed disappointed.
I think she said fake fans. I think. I'm not sure.
I mean, I've only seen the Goofy movie like twice, but that part of the movie is the best part of the movie. In my opinion. What's the best part of the movie? Them going down the Grand Canyon on top of their car?
The pizza. You can't deny that is the best looking pizza you've ever seen in your life.
Yes.
If there's one cartoon food I could choose to eat, it's that pizza.
That's fair.
Unless we're talking about Studio Ghibli, because then all of that food is glorious.
It's a leaning tower of cheese. That's from the second Goofy movie.
Yeah.
Max
Goofy
Goes to
movie.
College.
Yeah, Goofy movie 2.
Goofy
Max
movie
Goes
2,
to
Max
College.
Goes to College.
It's not that I don't dedicate my time to movies. Wait, no.
But did you see the third one?
It's not that I don't like movies.
Did you see the third one?
No.
Goofy movie 3.
The fishing trip.
No. That was the first one.
Before Max went to college.
Yes. The
And
Goofy
the
movie
X Games.
3 was Goofy gets arrested. He's a pedophile.
What? That sounds
That was
fake.
the dark truth.
That sounds fake.
No, really?
Yeah.
Disney would definitely release that, don't you think?
Yeah. The hierarchy of... What is it with being rich and liking children?
Goofy's not rich.
I'm just saying in general, like a lot of the rich people in the world
It's because it's
turn to
Satanism.
pedophilia.
Satanists.
What?
You know, like, the top 1%ers are usually, like, Satanists. Sacrifice. Okay, we won't get into that.
This is that Hulu documentary all over again.
You're correct.
What was that YouTube documentary that Chris had us watch?
Man, talk about a good documentary.
That was a good documentary.
It's probably really bad, but we're both so stoned out of our minds.
That documentary was so
I don't remember,
sick.
but I'm sure we could find it.
I remember watching it like 4 times.
Oh, yeah. I watched it with Chris the first time, and I was like, I have to show this to people. That's the feeling you get when you get one of those documentaries.
Good documentaries, yeah.
And it's just like, it kind of changes the way you think a little bit.
Yeah. I don't remember the premise of it. I just remember it was really fucking good.
The ultimate premise was that Mars was the original Earth, technically, and that, and we came from Mars, basically.
What'd she
And
say?
she went, we came from Mars. But the people from Mars were higher intellects, and those are the ones that helped us build the pyramids and all that kind of stuff. And the reasons we have the technology we have so fast.
Have you ever, you may have said it, heard the theory that we were the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs?
No, that'd be sad but cool at the same time.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What if our asteroid was just a giant ship built inside the asteroid?
That we accidentally just crashed because our course is a little bit off.
Or not even that, just because we planned to come to a planet that
Yeah, but
was
like,
rich in vegetation.
imagine you were like just trying to guide right over the atmosphere so you could drop off in, but it was slightly miscalculated, or they didn't know like the world,
Or maybe it was planned because we wanted to destroy all the
life form
on Earth
on
and
it.
take it over.
Whoa.
How long did we stay in the ship to learn all the life was
Until the ice
actually
age
dead?
was over.
Oh. That damn squirrel.
Meteors are warm. That damn squirrel. You talking about Ice Age?
Did you see that animation company closed? Like they quit?
DreamWorks?
Yeah, no, that's not a DreamWorks movie,
Is
right?
it not? I thought
No,
it was.
it's another. DreamWorks bought them up, so it's no longer a company. And they made a final animation of him actually getting the acorn, not it like slipping away from him. He just like gets it and he sits there and he's like starts freaking out like what's gonna happen, and then he just eats it and it ended.
Oh. Satisfying but sad at the same time.
Yeah.
Did you see that they finally made the final Shrek movie? Shrek: The Final Chapter. It's on Netflix.
Did you know they made a Bob's Burger movie?
I didn't, not till you just told me.
Yep. We went and watched it last night.
It had a movie theater?
Yeah.
Or
At Cinemark.
how did they get like funding to like
Disney.
Bob's Burgers? Oh,
Right?
Fox.
Yeah. It's dead ass a really really long episode of Bob's Burgers. Like it has
Obviously.
it has the
Just
hilarious
like the Simpsons movie was.
it has the hilarious one-liners that it follows on one really big plot line, but it also kind of shows Bob in a new light of how in each episode like you can't really tell how stressed out Bob is about like running this tiny little burger shop. But this one like highlights it to a max, and like Bob is not a main character at all. Like it's mostly the kids and what's her name?
Well, I feel like that's how it mostly goes in Bob's Burgers. The kids are like the fun, adventurous part of the show, and then Bob is just the dad who cooks burgers.
Yeah.
He occasionally gets those episodes, but
That's how every show is set up, if you guys have noticed.
yeah.
There's the one main character that's like boring, and then everyone else makes it.
Homer
feel like
Simpson is pretty boring.
Family Guy doesn't fit that mold though.
That's true.
Family Guy doesn't fit that mold. The kids are the boring kids, and then Brian, Stewie, and Peter are like the three adventureful.
I guess so. I wouldn't say there would be a main one in Family Guy. It's just the family is the whole main premise, period.
Yeah. I highly suggest a Bob's Burger movie. Like I'm gonna rewatch it when it's not in theaters, but we were also super exhausted from our fun-filled day.
They did put Sonic 2 on Paramount Plus.
Already?
That was good. Already. That
It's
was
in
good.
theaters.
It's still in theaters?
Yeah, they
I
still have
watched
the
it today on
signs up.
Paramount. I was like, oh wow.
You need
I
to see.
enjoyed this.
You need to watch the new Chip and Dale movie on Disney Plus.
I'd never seen the originals. It's like,
I never did either, and it explains it really well to you.
oh, okay.
Like it like refreshes that whole storyline, and then it starts off with a new storyline, and it's really good. Like the cameos are wild. Like there's like Timmy Turner's mom is in it for some odd reason, and like there's just so many cool random characters that you never thought you would
So
see.
Chip and Dale was Nickelodeon?
Wasn't it Timmy Turner?
Phineas and Ferb's mom.
Phineas and Ferb's mom.
There we go. Disney.
Yeah. Yeah. It was really,
I
really
couldn't even
good.
tell you what Phineas and Ferb's mom looked like.
Chip and Dale. The redhead? With the fat old booty?
No, that's Timmy Turner's mom.
No, that they're like the same.
Oh.
Because Candace is a redhead.
Candace is blonde, isn't she?
No.
Shows you how much I watched Phineas and Ferb. Oh, okay.
There's 104 days of summer vacation, and school comes along just to end it. So the annual problem for our generation is finding a good way to spend it. Like maybe building a rocket or
yeah.
fighting a mummy or climbing up the Eiffel Tower. Discovering something that doesn't exist or giving a monkey a shower. Surfing tidal waves, creating nanobots or locating Frankenstein's brain. It's over here. Finding a dodo bird, painting a continent, or driving your sister insane. Phineas! As you can see, there's a whole lot of stuff to do before school starts this fall. So sit with us and Phineas and Ferb, we're gonna do it all. So stick with us and Phineas and Ferb, we're gonna do it on and now. Mom! Phineas and Ferb are making a title sequence! Wow!
Wow. You definitely watched it way more than I did.
He went to the stars to buy candy.
This is not going to be the theme song show.
Sorry. Fine, I'll just get into what I did yesterday.
No.
What did you do?
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Yesterday, I went to Tiffany's grandmother's birthday party.
At an axe throwing place.
After that.
Oh.
No. Yeah, this 90-year-old woman
That's
said,
why I was
I want a
like-
birthday at the axe throwing
That's
place.
why I was like, what?
You got those mixed up real good. No. That was like at like 2:30. I went over there and it was nice meeting her extended family. What?
Turn down a little bit. It's not very backgroundy.
Sorry. It was nice meeting the extended family. Everybody was pretty nice. There was one particular that wasn't nice, but it's okay. Everybody's got the family bitch.
Call 'em out.
I don't remember her name.
Oh.
Because she wasn't important.
Fuck that bitch.
She wasn't nice.
Big bitch.
That's okay. Everybody's got the family meaning. I just isn't happy with their life no matter what they get out of it. But yeah, after that, we left that. And then I went to go hang out with work friends Josh and Colton. You know Colton, at least. I don't think you met Josh yet, but yeah. We were originally just going to go to Free Play, the arcade, and we're like, Josh was like, what if we did like axe throwing or something? I was like, bet. I've never done it. Let's do it. So there's one in Arlington off of... Oh, it was you. I was like, how did the music change? I didn't touch anything. Fucker. It's off Division, I think.
Sweet, by my work.
Kind of by a Free Play. Literally, we walked to Free Play.
Nowhere near my work.
Yeah, kind of. We walked to Free Play from
It's like
that
3
place.
streets down, technically.
Oh.
I'm off Collins in Division, technically.
Oh, so you still aren't that far.
No, that's why I said it's not really that far,
Yeah.
but it is like 3 or 4 streets down Division, which can feel really long since it's 35 miles an hour
Yes,
through all those
that
car
is
dealerships.
true. But yeah, that was pretty cool. We
Good
paid
deal.
for the 2. You can do 1 or 2 hours. I definitely recommend the 2 hours because after you get the hang of it, you just fuck around.
You start doing like backward shots and
No, don't do backwards.
like
You
don't
talking
like
about backward? That would probably be okay, but don't ever go like that.
because you'll throw it and hit your back.
And if you let go too late, you're gonna stab yourself in the back. That's why they said don't ever do that. It's too risky. But he said the double-handed throws are okay. Like throwing it like upside down is okay. Even doing this is okay if you feel like you can do it, but don't do it that way. Yeah, it was cool. And then we did Free Play after, had some drinks, and played some video games. Talked a lot about work, just because work friends. And yeah, got home about 1 a.m.
It's like 12:30.
It was good chilling. Okay, 12:30, whatever. Oh yeah, because it was around 12:30 when I called you.
Very nice.
It was chill, but it was nice.
I would say ours was chill, but it in fact was not chill. But it was the good not chill.
The good, not chill.
Yeah, we wanted to do stuff, so we did stuff. Andy told me not to go to bed late Friday night because I needed to be up early. So
What time did you go to bed Friday night?
about 12:30 and 1 o'clock.
Damn it, Joseph.
Oh, just wait. So at like 10:30, I was on the computer and I typed
What
in
time
the
did you wake up? You said at 10.
No.
Oh, 10:30 at night.
yes, on Friday night at like 10:30.
Oh.
I'm calling Andy out. I'm doing it.
Okay.
I'm typing on the computer in the Takeum's Twitch chat. Shout out Takeum64 on Twitch. I'm typing in his chat, and I was like, all right, I'm here with my girlfriend. I'm going to get off and hang out with her. The message I sent.
Hold on.
Oh!
No, let me finish my shit.
Okay.
You can butt in when you're ready.
She was ready.
Or when I'm done, is what I should have said.
So she was here Friday night.
Yeah, do I start how we went to go get dinner and everything? Is that where you want me to start? I'm going to start at where I was. Like I said, we had already eaten dinner together, came home, and...
So I had to get on Twitch for a little bit.
Sorry, before dinner I was on the computer while she was here. And then we went out to dinner. The video taco place was out of food. He's like, I ran out. Sorry, guys.
Oh! Sorry. I just remembered something. You finish yours. And then
It's long.
Oh, Friday night I stayed up till 3 a.m. watching all of the new Stranger Things with Tiffany. That was
Oh, shit.
Yeah. No spoilers.
No spoilers. Yeah, because he knows I'll watch it,
And
too.
there's not major spoilers yet anyway, so it's like... Because they haven't released the last 2 episodes. Not till July 1st.
They're doing, like, extended releases. Because the last one is
ridiculous.
2.5 hours long.
Yeah, the last episode has been insane.
A fucking movie.
The last episode they have released was an hour and a half
It's
long.
like Ethan said, that's going to be where they finally explain everything.
Dude, yes. Even without knowing the final ending, the last episode they have released explains a lot. I think it...
I guarantee you it doesn't.
You don't like that? It explains a lot, but it doesn't give away everything, if that makes sense. But it explains why certain things are what they are.
So anyways, we had a nice dinner at No Frills. No Frills Grill. Yeah, No Frills Grill.
No, are you our grill gamer?
Honestly, No Frills has the best wings around right now.
Really?
For, like, cheap...
Over,
Buffalo?
No, Pluckers.
It's local.
Oh,
if we're going
local,
out
best
for food,
local.
yes.
Okay.
Like, quick, want to go to a quick sit-down restaurant and get decent service and cheap food.
Yeah.
That's the place to go. And decently quality wings.
Right.
And we had a good dinner at Pluckers. We came back home, and I said Pluckers. Fuck.
I got Pluckers on my mind.
No Frills Grill. We had a decent dinner. Came home. I sit down on the computer, and I'm on the computer for like an hour probably.
Watching Twitch.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I probably need to get off and hang out with her just to not be on the fucking computer all the time. So I was like, all right, I'm going to get off. I'll talk to you later, Takeo. He's like, all right, man, see you later. I'm in my chair, and I turn to my right, and Andy is standing there grabbing her card key saying, I'm going to leave. I was like, what? I'm just getting off. Like, look at the message. I even showed her the message in the Twitch that said, my girlfriend is here, so I'm going to go. Yeah. And so I get up, and she's like, no, I'm just going to go ahead and leave. And so she gets upset with me. Not upset, but she doesn't like sitting here bored on her phone while I'm on the computer. Okay. Like, I get it. I wouldn't want to sit at her house while she's playing Animal Crossing and not interacting with me. Yeah. I would much rather be at home on my own computer doing stuff that I want to do.
Good luck living with each other then, if you can't stand that. Either one of you. Just saying. You gotta be able to do your own shit even when you're together.
Go say your piece.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
No, speak.
No, go ahead.
Speak.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Speak your piece.
Come on, stop it. I didn't say that to start a fight. Chill out, children.
We break up.
One day.
I'm just saying.
What?
You gotta be able to be okay with the other one doing their own shit.
We literally talked about this before we went to dinner. How we've like grown and like don't. I used to get really annoyed really fast. I still get really annoyed really fast.
She would get mad. She wouldn't get annoyed. She would get mad if I wanted to be on the computer while she's here.
Anyway, so
that anyway said it all.
Come on, stop it. Quit getting frustrated with him. Just explain your shit.
So then, I wasn't like mad at him being on the computer. That was fine. It was, I went to the bathroom and then I came back and all of a sudden like we just weren't hanging out anymore. Even though.
Oh, you went to the bathroom and he got on his computer.
Yeah, and that's fine.
That was like right when we got home though.
Yeah, and then you were on your computer for ever.
2 hours.
And I was just sitting here and I was waiting. And then I'm like, okay, so I guess like date night's over. So I'm going to go because I don't want to be here. Yeah. And I was telling him like I wasn't mad. I was just removing myself from the situation.
So she wouldn't get mad.
Fair enough.
And that's what I said. I know she wasn't like upset with me. But she doesn't like that. And I've like expressed to her that it's not that I'm sitting there saying I'm making a conscious decision to not hang out with you. I really like doing my own thing while you're still here. And I know we're both in a room like contently sitting there like just being there. But obviously she wasn't content in that situation, so I was like, it's fine, like you can go if you want to go, but just let you know I was getting off to like lay down with you and like watch something and like cuddle and hang out. And I just kept saying sorry and over and over, and she goes, do you know why you're saying sorry? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, you're not just saying sorry to like kiss up to me, right? And I was like, no, I'm saying sorry because I genuinely feel bad that you feel like you're not wanted.
Why is this couple therapy right?
It's fine.
I said, I know you don't like sitting there and feel like I'm not wanting to hang out with you, but that's just not what I'm doing. Like, I'm just in my zone on my computer that I'll get sometimes, and like it'll click in the back of my head, oh, there's another person here that I should probably be hanging out with, not just sitting on my computer. And so like she knows that I truly mean when I say I'm sorry for doing what I do, because I know what I'm doing. It's not that I'm just saying sorry to get rid of the situation. Like, I do feel bad for doing that to her. And so she's like, just don't go to bed late so you're up in the morning. I was like, okay, fine. So I played 3 games of ARAM with Takem and his friend. And it was like 11:30 and Andy texted me, and I'm in the middle of a game, and she said, what you doing? And I told Takem and his friend, I was like, do I lie and tell her I'm laying in bed, or do I tell the truth and say I'm playing a game? And
I just finished my last game. I'm going to bed now.
Takem said, why don't you just tell her the truth? And I was like, because then she will get upset. She wasn't upset before she left, but she'll be mad that I stayed up even later to play games.
She was up.
Yeah, I know. And so I said, laying in bed, how about you? And she's like, same. And then that was the end of the
Both of you lied. Both of you fuckers lied. Guarantee it.
That was the end of the conversation that night. So I set my work alarms to be up at 6:15 in the morning so I could get up, shower, and be ready to... She was supposed to come here, pick me up, and we're going to Waffle House. She was supposed to be here at like 7:30.
Okay.
And we were going to leave around 8 to be at Waffle House until 9:15, and then leave from Waffle House to go to the zoo.
Okay.
I wake up at 6:15, 6:20. I get fully ready. 7 o'clock rolls around. Haven't gotten a text from her. I'm like, I know she's asleep. Like, there ain't no shot she's awake and just ignoring my text unless she's in the shower or something. And it's been 30 minutes at this point. So, like, 7:20, I call her. Hello? I was like, oh, are you not awake yet? No, what? I just got up. What? Okay, I'll start getting ready. I was like, okay, sounds good.
So you get on your computer.
I get on my computer and I start playing games. Nothing is said to me that she's on her way to my house until about 7:45. Get a text. I'm really sorry. I'm not going to be ready by 8 to come to your house for us to make it to Waffle House. Can you please just come here while I get ready for the rest of the time? It's like, yeah, it's fine. It's no big deal. Like, we're still going to the zoo. I know it. Like, let's just go.
Okay, pause. What you did, yes, you were in the right, but that doesn't mean you go, oh,
I didn't say
you're still asleep.
No. I didn't.
No, at no point does he show that he's like even frustrated.
No.
With
Okay.
Yeah, I don't express it. Like, that's just how I was thinking I was saying it.
Okay.
You know how, like, that Key and Peele's thing where he's like, I said, bitch. I said, oh, you're asleep? No, I didn't really say it like that. But and I'm not mad. Like, I understand the situation. We went to bed late. We're both just tired. Like, it's okay. I'm not upset by any means. So I show up to her house. She's getting ready, and she's like, and of course, I'm the one who told you not to wake up late yesterday. She's like flustered and frustrated already before we're leaving. I was like, it's fine. Like, chill out. We're still awake. Like, we're not late for the zoo at 10 o'clock like we wanted to be. Like, we'll still be at the zoo early at this point. And it's like 8:15 when we leave her house.
Oh, so you got plenty of time to get food and shit.
So we go and no, it's probably like 8:30 actually, because it was closer to 9. But we leave her house and we stop at the IHOP that we stopped for after Zach's benefit one year, and Brandon almost got into a fight out of the window with that dude. You were not there this year?
I've only been to one Zach's benefit.
Then you weren't there that year. Then you weren't there that year.
I feel bad, but also it's not my thing.
To hang out with your family?
In a giant, crowded bar? No.
You do realize that's all of your family. There's hardly any strangers there.
The
and
first
if there's
one,
strangers,
it was
that's
like
because they
75% strangers and 25%
get a
family.
private session. Every single one after that has been private. They've rented out the whole place for themselves.
Nobody ever told me that.
I tried explaining to you on the last one that you needed to come because it's the last one ever. Anyways, that's not the point. We all left the place we were at for the benefit, and we showed up at that IHOP at like 1 a.m, and Brandon and Logan started like shouting at some dude through the glass and got us all kicked out, and they were trying to fight outside, and then they were laughing after 5 minutes being like, sorry bro, like I'm just fucked up. So
Dumbasses. And that's why I don't do those kinds of things.
anyways, we're at that IHOP, we're eating breakfast, we go to the zoo, we're there at like 10:05, like parked and walking into the zoo right when it opened.
Perfect.
And so walk around the zoo, we go and look at all the monkeys that are asleep. Every single monkey on exhibit was asleep basically. And like an hour goes by as we're walking through all that, and they finally start kind of waking up. So we do like a circle because you can go inside and look through inside to their cages like a lot closer than you can from the outside like bridge area. So we did that full circle twice, looked at all the monkeys, went on, and then we got to their new baby elephant.
Aww.
What was its name? Brazos?
The Brazos River.
There's Bluebell, Bluebonnet. That's like they had a family tree of all their
bees.
elephants. No,
It's
they
all
weren't all
bees.
bees. That's just the ones I remember
Oh.
because they're all
Oh.
Texas related.
Oh, okay.
And one of them is on loan for the Denver Zoo.
Oh, that's
We
cool.
could have seen an elephant born and raised in Fort Worth on loan
That's
in
a
Denver
major
when we
climate
went.
change. Why would you do that to an animal?
I'm sure it's not that big of a deal. Like,
I mean, if it's a big deal for humans, why wouldn't it be a big deal for this?
Denver
big
is
animal?
not much higher than. It's
Not-
a mile higher, no?
Not only
aren't
an
we
elevation
sea
change,
level?
climate, like weather-wise.
Oh, well, I'm guarantee you they have super controlled weather rooms. Like, you got to think those elephants probably burn the fuck up here. Like, they.
Well, no, because they're used to African deserts and shit.
Yeah, one's born in that, not one's born in captivity.
Okay, but they're so used to the Texas drenched
Yeah.
heat.
Maybe he's loving it up there where it's not so hot. He's like, fuck
Fair.
going back.
Fair.
I'm staying here. Anyways, this baby's what? Like 6 months old? Like, it was just born.
It was like tall as
recently.
you, maybe.
If that. And when we get there, he's like standing on a rock looking at the water like he wants to get in.
Uh-huh.
So we stood there for an hour and a half watching him.
waiting to get in.
He got in and started playing. So
Uh-huh.
he's swinging his trunk around, splashing the water.
Oh, yeah.
He's like diving under it and soaking his whole body. It was
Nice.
so cute. We watched this baby elephant literally play for like 2 hours probably.
Oh, yeah.
And it was fun because the mom like came up and was standing next to him. They were both by the water. He wasn't in the water. He was like out under by her legs or whatever. And she's drinking, and you can tell he keeps like looking up every time she brings his trunk to his mouth, like he's learning that's how he should drink water, is put it all the way instead of like, because he would get some. He'd like spray it in his mouth, and you'd watch it like
Shoot
spray
out.
out like he wasn't putting it back into his throat like he should. It was just so cute because you can tell he's so clueless. Like, he's not fully aware.
Well, it's not necessarily that he's clueless; it's that he's innocent.
Yes, he's so innocent and just
Yeah.
like enjoying it.
Oh my god! And then he got out of the water and just went and laid in sand.
It just
and
went
started throwing it
straight into
everywhere.
the sand. And so when he stood up, he looked like half gray and half brown from the sand, like a two-tone elephant.
What the heck?
And then after the elephants, we saw
So
why can't I think of the next animal?
Oh, the hippo.
Yeah, the hippo. It was like sleeping underwater.
that's what they do.
It would like go like this, and then it'd lift its nose up and then
Breathe.
let out the air, and then it'd go back and act like it was sleeping.
Mhm.
And then we went through like the lizard exhibit, saw a Komodo dragon.
I'm sorry.
A Komodo dragon.
There you go.
But me and her know a bit. We're Komodo.
Oh.
He's like, what is that? A Komodo dragon? It's from Vine. But it's funny because they're looking at like one of those little green lizards in the yard. And so he goes, "What is that? A Cremota dragon?"
What the fuck?
And then they named their coffee brand Cremota. It's good coffee. It's Zane and Heath. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
No.
That's definitely a Gen Z thing. David Dobrik, you know that name. That's they're a part of the original Vlog Squad.
Ew.
So
okay, well, that's probably not heard of them. I hated them all.
Well, Zane and Heath are actually funny.
Oh.
That was David's content. Was Zane and Heath like?
So he just used
They,
them.
yes, they were the funny ones, and David just got popular because he hung out with them. But David has repaid them all back like a lot. Like he got Heath a fucking Lambo. So I'm sure Heath had to pay the taxes on it. But
Steve will do it.
Fuck that dude.
Why?
Fuck all of that crew. Nelk, all a bunch of.
I'm not
dickheads.
necessarily supportive of Nelk, but have
They're
you seen
all
Steve
a bunch
will
of
do
dickheads.
it?
Steve's kind of nice. He pays back a little bit, but
A little bit.
the rest of Nelk is just douchebags.
He recently went to Mexico and walked around the poor area of Mexico and handed out hundreds of thousands of dollars, American dollars, not pesos.
You do realize that all of that is sponsored money, right?
Still,
Like
at least instead of
From
using
from
sponsored money to
gambling
buy
sites.
himself a Lambo, he's giving to people who actually need it.
yeah, but it's all from gambling sites too. Like that's
Still.
what he's popular for is
I know,
gambling.
I know, but at least he's doing a lot of
something
good. With it.
good. Yeah, it's
He
not.
does a lot of good. Surprising.
I just don't like that whole crew. They're a bunch of douchebags.
Nelk's a
that
bunch of douchebags.
They
yeah.
got their start from being assholes and
Yes.
to people in public. Like
Yeah.
that's how they got popular.
Yeah.
Was pranks and shit, and that's not funny. Like
Steve will do it only got popular because he would
Fucking
drink a
insane.
lot of alcohol and he's insane. Yeah.
down a whole Fireball bottle with a straw and
Yeah.
chug it, yeah,
Mhm.
and then be puking for 4.5 hours,
Yeah.
and then doing coke and all the other shit. But we get around to the zoo and we get to the point. We've been here for like 4 hours at this point. We're walking
it's
through
like
the
2
birds. Yeah, we're walking through the bird section. We're looking at all the raptors and stuff. Mind you, they're doing a big
Raptors.
yeah, that's what they call eagles and owls.
And they're birds.
No, they're raptors. They're raptor birds because they're
They're
hunting
talons.
birds.
They're
Birds of prey.
talons.
They're birds of prey. Their eyes face forward,
They have big talons.
and their eyes face forward. Have you ever
know that's
noticed? No.
He knows.
You know that's like how you can decide if a bird is a hunter or if it's a prey bird. If the eyes
talons?
face forward or if they're on the side.
Ah.
Like doves, how their eyes are on either side of their head,
They're
and they have to
prey.
like turn. Yeah, but hawks their eyes are forward,
They're hunters.
just like
They're
owls.
predators.
Did you know owls' ears are on their chin and on the top of their head?
Yeah, that's weird. I don't like it. That's weird.
So we get through all the birds and lizards and all that, and nothing too exciting. And then we're going through the Texas like section, and there's a huge fucking mountain lion.
Whoa.
Like scary mountain lion. If I saw that on a trail, I would shit bricks and start crying because there's no way I can run from that thing
All right.
or kill it. Like it is. Its paws are the size of my fucking face. Like one swipe would have taken my head off, is what I felt like. And we show up, and there's like these 2 grizzly bears or brown bears. I don't know what they are, but
2 different species. But
yeah. So I said I don't know which one they are.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they're brown bears.
Okay.
And we're standing there and we're looking at them, and this random zoo employee walks up and starts teaching us about the bears.
Nice.
And it's really cool that he's telling us like the bears' names and how one of them weighs 450
This is Coda,
pounds.
and this is
I can't remember the male's name, but the female is TJ. And the male like doesn't care to sleep next to the doors because he's fine with any weather. Like he's just so big he doesn't give a shit, basically is what he explained. But the female's so small and shedding her winter coat that she lays under the doors that they stay in their cages because there's air conditioning flying out. So she lays in front of them with her paws open like this so it's blowing on her stomach.
Huh.
And this dude will not shut the fuck up. He will not give us
like,
an
all right,
out.
that's cool.
He will not give us an out to walk away. And he starts
That's
talking about
crazy.
his family's corgi.
Why?
Because I don't fucking
How does
know.
that relate to bears?
I don't know and I don't
'Cause
care.
He told us. I don't know how we got to like someone's leg hurting.
He talked about
was
getting
like-
headbutted in the knee by his mom's corgi.
And then he got bit in the crotch by the corgi. That's literally what he said. And we were like,
Oh,
nice.
Wow, that's crazy.
Mind you, he's wearing a Mighty Morphing fucking belt.
That's right.
Has the lightning bolt
I
in the middle.
listened to him all day.
His name was Pat Toric. Patoric. He has the second biggest name in Scotland, the biggest family tree, and his neighbor has a great white wolf named what? Frostbite.
That he rescued because the wolf imprinted on this human because it was the first thing he saw. He saw when
Right.
it opened its
That is
eyes.
how you get wild animals.
And so he has permits and uses the wolf for educational purposes.
And the
I mean, that's
corgi
cool.
and the corgi and the wolf are best friends.
And he has a beach entrance pool that the corgi likes to go into.
But he's not rich because when you hear beach entrance pool
you
that
think he's
you think that he's rich,
Yeah.
but he's not. And corgis have 2 layers of fur, so they're always wet when they get wet.
And then
they're always wet
we
when they
watched
get
a
wet.
video of his
He showed
corgi
us-
drying himself off.
On the carpet in his house.
This is when she's supposed to go, babe, I really have to go to the bathroom.
True.
That's what we should have done.
Your nosebleed came too early.
Came too late.
You got a nosebleed
Yeah.
from him?
No, not
He
from
stressed you
him.
out so much?
Not from him. I was picking my nose. There's shame on me for picking my nose. But so we're walking through the zoo and we get to a part and my nose does start bleeding. So I think I had a paper towel in my hands from washing my hands or something, and I luckily was able to stop it until she could find paper towels from another employee so I can make a little plug for it because it was pouring. And
Humidity.
yeah. And so, no, it was after that, right? Because I had the plug in my nose already, and he said, did you get a nosebleed or something? He asked me. I was like, no, she popped me in the face. And he goes, you probably deserved it. And the whole conversation just carried on. Yes, it wasn't that weird because he's probably just bored as fuck sweeping. He had a broom in his hand with the little thing. So he's
Yeah.
probably just trying to interact with people with knowledge he knows and then just being nice. And so it dragged on for way too fucking long. And so we finally get a chance to break away from him because we go back in, we turned around to go back away from the bears because we speed ran all the way through that so my nose would stop bleeding. So we go back and we go through everything and we pass the bears again, and then we get down to the next thing and he pops up behind me again and starts talking to us. I can't remember what it was about this. There was 2 coyotes in a kennel and I went, "Ooh," just trying to see if they were ready. And he goes, "Oh, don't howl, they don't like that." I was like, "Oh, sorry." And I didn't even look at him. I just kept looking at the coyotes, hoping he would shut up. And he goes, "Yeah, the other coyotes in the back don't really care, but these 2 are really weird. And their personalities, people don't think these are coyotes because you can't see their rib cage. And that's just because they're fed right and not skinny like the ones in the wild you see. So that's why these look different than the ones you see all the time." Not shutting the fuck up. It's just annoying at this point. If there was customer service, I would have been like, "Yo, Pat Torque has got to stop talking to customers."
And then we went to the Australian outback part. And it wasn't that. It was the Texas stuff where you go into the cave and look at bats and whatever.
And
And
insects.
we walk out. He goes, "Y'all made it." And we're like, "Where the fuck did you come from?"
He's right outside of the door where we had just walked
Was he
out of
sweeping
the
or
cave.
just standing there looking at you?
I never
ready?
saw him work. So
Didn't see him sweep at all. And
He's
so
found people
that wasn't our
were-
last encounter with him though.
and so
Oh, no.
you know the part of Fort Worth Zoo where they used to have the thing where you can milk the cow, the fake cow, in the petting zoo
Oh,
area,
yeah,
and
yeah,
there's
yeah,
that
yeah.
carriage. It's still like that, but they updated the cow milking thing to where
It's
it
a
shows
real cow.
No, it shows you how they use the machines now that suck up to their
Oh, so
udders
you
and
don't
all
get
that. So you
to
don't
do
even get
it.
to fucking touch them anymore. It's boring.
Oh.
I told Andy, I was like, I want to go milk the cow for old nostalgia sake. I said steak.
Steak cow.
Nostalgia
Ethan's eyes
steak. And we get through all that. There's a cafeteria type food place in there, and we bought those souvenir cups on the ground. so we could get free water refills.
Right.
And so we walk in there, we refill our waters, we walk out, we get distracted by something, end up turning around and going back the other way to look at something. Oh, the petting zoo. We walk around the petting zoo. We're looking at all the bunnies.
The goats and bunnies.
Yeah, and we're brushing the goats and stuff. And there's a cow couch.
Cow couch.
In the petting zoo.
You mean a leather couch?
No, it's
cow hide.
It's a big cow. Like.
Oh, it's a couch.
It's a cow with a carved out back.
It's a couch.
Yeah. And so.
That's funny.
And then there's a pig.
There's a pig ouch.
Pig chair. No.
Pig chair.
Yeah. A chair.
A chair.
And so I was like, I'm going to hold the cup facing forward so everybody knows I'm at the Fort Worth
Zoo.
And then I was like, wait, I need a serious cool one.
I'm on the pig.
I'm chilling on this pig. And so.
And then the chicken one was a butt plug.
And then we walk all the way through the fish shack again, and Andy was like, I have a picture of me with this conch shell when I was like 5, so I want to recreate it. So we recreated that picture.
Where's the 5-year-old picture?
I don't have it.
I was definitely like 16, but.
Oh.
Never mind. And then this was outside of the real petting zoo.
This says
we were at what we thought was the petting zoo. Was not the petting zoo.
It's just a zoo.
It's just part of the zoo where you get to see award-winning rabbits, and there's some goats that you can brush over the fence.
Rabbits have awards.
Yeah, like the show rabbits.
It looks like a corgi.
Perfect attendance.
It looked like a Pomeranian.
Oh yes, sorry.
It literally was a fluffy bunny. Like it was, like it looked this big, but I know this rabbit was like this big. But the hair was so fluffy on it. And then there was one with really giant floppy ears.
Oh, yeah, I love those.
And then we get to the real petting zoo. We're touching all these goats and sheep. And there's a donkey across the way in like a section that you couldn't get to, but the train goes under a bridge for the goats. There's a bridge where the goats can go to and from the petting zoo and the middle section away from the petting zoo.
And then they jump down into the train.
That'd be sick. But I wanted to ask a zookeeper if the donkey ever comes over, because I want to fucking pet the donkey. Like, fuck all these goats and sheep.
Go over the bridge?
I want to go pet the donkey.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find anybody to ask, and I was too nervous to ask.
Toric just pops up. No, I'm just kidding.
And we're walking away. We go back into the cafeteria, and she has to pee, so I'm refilling our water bottles. And lo and behold, Patoric walks into the cafeteria, starts talking to an employee and sees me and goes,
"Hey!"
And I went, "Look at my phone!" I looked at my phone. I texted Andy. I was like, "Andy, hurry the fuck up. He's here."
He's here. That's when you go to the bathroom. Oh wait, he's a dude. He can follow you.
Follow me in.
You go to the women's bathroom.
All right, my girlfriend needs help.
She passed out in the bathroom. Oh well, let me come help you.
Yeah. No. Anyways, so he didn't like come up to me and say anything, which was thank God. I was kind of over Patoric at that point. And so we're walking through the rest of the zoo, and then there's a new extension called, I don't see a name anywhere. It was a manta ray pool.
Oh, nice.
And they had the cow manta rays where their noses are like humps, and then they had like real stingrays that are like the big ovals. But they aren't like, they don't have the barb in them.
Wow.
And so you can feed them. Like you can hold pieces of food.
Fish.
Yeah. The fish, shrimp, and octopus tentacles is what you could get.
That's cool.
You didn't get to choose.
It's a random.
Yeah, random little Dixie cup with a piece of fish in it for $2.
Yeah, but they don't want you to overfeed them.
Yeah. And so, we overfed them because I bought 7.
Jesus Christ!
But they tell you to hold it between your middle 2 fingers and put your arm down as far as you can into the pool.
Bottom almost. As far
and then let them glide over you and pull it out of your fingers.
And then I keep going.
And it was way too scary to do that the first 3 or 4 times. Every time they'd come, because they are flying. I'm no joke talking. They're going like 5-6 miles an hour straight at you. And it is terrifying seeing those things fly at you. So every time
they can't bite you, they just have
I don't
lips.
care. It looks freaky. And so I would like pull my hand out of the water real quick.
Teasing them.
And then this little baby was like swimming on the edge, like coming out, trying to grab all the food.
And you're like, okay, little baby.
On these cow nose stingrays, their gills are the 2 humps on the front of their face, and they open like mouths.
So you thought that was his mouth.
I thought that was his mouth, and I'm putting the shrimp in his gills.
And he's like, why isn't he eating it?
I'm like, why isn't he taking it? And then it clicked in my brain. I was like, I look like a fucking idiot right now. I'm just going to stop and drop it. So I dropped it. And it finally gets to a point where Andy feeds one out of her hand, and she said it like sucked her fingers up in. She goes, it feels like she didn't want to say it, but she goes, it feels like a muscle, is what she said. And she goes, it like
a pelvic muscle.
she said it like pulled my fingers in, and I was like, oh, like you do to me.
Oh!
And she goes, that's what I wanted to say, but couldn't say it. And so I finally got the balls to just do it and let it happen. And I was like, yep.
Yep.
I agree.
That's weird.
But they had little bristles in their mouth to like
whales.
like a
like a
largemouth
toothbrush.
bass.
Oh.
Like
okay.
the pads that are like
Yeah,
teeth,
yeah.
but not.
But not, yeah.
And so
Just
we
for
did all
grabbing.
that. And it's 4 o'clock when we leave. We were at the zoo for 6 hours.
Nice. That's a good zoo trip.
We had 11,000 steps. And it was like 4 or 5 miles of
Damn.
walking
All right.
for the day. We doubled all of our rings on our watch. So the ring is... The outside one is active, the green one is workout, and the blue one is standing. I don't think we doubled standing, but we stood for more than 12 hours. And then workout is more than 15 minutes, so we did 30 minutes of working out technically. And then I think it's like 800 or 500 calories, so we burnt 1,000 calories walking around the zoo.
Damn.
And we were like, okay, we said we wanted to go bike shopping, but our feet hurt and like we're kind of tired. Now that we're like chilling, we kind of realized how tired we were.
Like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
We had a day, even though it was kind of chill.
Yeah. And then so we're like, okay, let's just go back to let's go back to my house, or let's just go back to Mansfield and find a place to get food and drinks. Just chill. So we went back to that 54th Street because we knew it was a good drinks and appetizers place, but not so much a main course place.
Right.
And that was our whole objective. We sat at the bar and ordered 2 different appetizers. And we get the tall beers. It's like 2 beers in one. They're like this big. And they have a Chevy Corvette rear end with the taillights on, and it says, we have the coldest beer in town. And the license plate is a temperature sign. And it said it was 19 degrees. And so I was like, oh, damn.
Beer slushes.
A cold... no. I was like, a cold Dos Equis sounds baller right now. And so I got a dressed Dos Equis, which is where they put a shit ton of salt on the rim of the glass and then limes on it.
So it was a margarita without a margarita.
Kind of. It's a margarita dressed beer.
Oh.
So there's salt and lime on with your beer. But
Right.
you can't have a Dos Equis without lime. Like... It's plain and simple. Dos Equis with lime is like the move.
Fair.
And so I slam the first one, and I'm like,
That was refreshing.
that was so good, and I feel good, and I'm ready to eat. Give me another one. So I get another one, and I drink that one a little slower. But we get, what are they? Mega Tots or? Tater kegs. Instead of
kegs.
tater tots. They're
big old boys.
They're like that big round and like that long,
yeah,
and they have onions and bacon inside of the tater tot. I thought it was gonna be like, and cheddar cheese, but I thought it was gonna be like all that sprinkled on it. So when these plain tater tots
You're like,
came out, I was
what the fuck
like,
is this shit?
that's not it. I was like, wait, maybe it's inside. So I dipped it in the ranch and I ate it. I was like,
Ooh, that's good.
oh, those are good. And this is gonna help me not feel so drunk here in a little bit with all the potato. And then they have a thing called Gringo Dip. It's like white cheese and spinach and some other stuff.
Queso fundido.
Kind of. But no, it's more queso, not fundido, because fundido is like just melted cheese.
Oh.
It was more creamy and liquidy.
Oh.
And it was good. And so, mind you, I've had like 3.5, almost 4 beers at this point, and I'm drunk. Like,
drunk.
We're both giggling. We're both laughing.
Severely dehydrated. You had some beers.
No,
and
we
you're like,
drank 4 of those.
At the zoo?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we
well,
had
then
plenty
you're
of
not so
water
weird.
at the
You
zoo.
just hadn't had food in a
Food
minute.
since 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And so I was like, this is hitting so good. Like, I feel
This
fucking
is
great.
time.
And Andy's like, see, this is why I like drinking at bars, because it's just fun. And I was like, yeah, but we can do this at home and still have fun. I didn't
But
say
you can't
that.
have the coldest beer in Texas.
True. It didn't say Texas in town.
Oh, in town.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you could. I mean, Mansfield, you never know.
Yeah. But, and so it gets to the point where I'm so drunk, and the waitress asks us, she goes, are y'all going to order some food? And I look at Andy, and I was like, Andy's like, do you want the nachos? And I was like, no, I kind of want this dish. And she's like, fuck it, it's our anniversary.
Fuck it.
So we
Let's
both-
get both.
We both got our own dish.
Uh-huh.
It was like a mac and cheese with chicken and bacon is what I got.
Okay.
And then
And she got the nachos?
large plate of nachos.
Excellent.
And we grubbed the fuck down, felt really good. And I told Andy, I was like, I can't drive.
I can't drive.
I hope you can. And she had like half of her tall glass left.
Uh-huh.
I was like, you better slam that. And she goes, if I slam it, I can't drive.
She was
So
like, you better say it.
Yeah, she goes, you better drink it. And I was like, I'm drunk enough. I don't care. Just leave it. Like, I'm to the point where I don't even want it. How full I was. Like,
okay.
all the noodles, all the tater tots, all the chips, and 2 beers. Like, I was,
Yeah.
or like 4 beers, really. I was fucking stuffed.
Uh-huh.
And so we're sitting there, and 54th is right next to Academy. And so we were like, we should just drive over to Academy and look at their bikes and see
Oh,
what
there
they
you go.
have.
Yeah.
And so we look at Academy and don't have anything we want. But as we're eating dinner, we're looking at one of the sports TVs, and in the bottom right corner, it said, now showing Bob's Burgers movie in theaters. And she goes, oh, the movie's already out. And we've kind of been on a Bob's Burger kick. Like, we'll watch it together just to watch it. I was like, oh, we should definitely go fucking see that tonight. Like, and Andy's like, when's the next showing? Maybe we can go drunk still.
That's a bet.
I was like,
Just go back to 54th until you want to go to
it
the
says
movie.
7:30 or 10:30. I was like,
Ooh,
if we go
7:30.
at 7:30, we're gonna be like coming down from our drunk and be like really tired. So why don't we go home, take a nap, and then go watch the movie? She goes, do you still have our margarita Topo Chicos in the fridge? I was like, yeah.
Oh,
And she
yeah.
goes, we're bringing those and slamming them in the parking lot then. That way we can
There
still
you
go watch
go.
the drunk.
There
It's
you
like,
go.
okay, cool. So we set an alarm for 9 o'clock, so we're up like way before we need to be before the movie.
Yeah.
And I pass out thinking she's asleep next to me the whole time. Turns out she could never fall asleep.
Oh,
So she's just sitting in my chair playing Animal Crossing,
Oh.
and 9 o'clock rolls around, and I've turned every single alarm off like 3 times.
Oops.
Not getting up. And it's like, what, 10 o'clock that you finally get me awake? 10:05. It was 10:05 when I finally like got up and was like, yeah, let's go. Because she said, are we still going? And I was like, yeah. And woke up and got ready to go. I go into the fridge and I grab the box of margarita things and I bring it back in here and she goes, oh, we don't have to do that anymore.
She wasn't feeling it.
She wasn't in the mood anymore because she was just super tired because she
Yeah.
didn't get a nap like I did. I was ready. Like I would have slammed some with her in the parking lot,
Yeah.
but we get there. We're watching the movie. We're like 30 minutes in, and it's a long, boring talking scene. And I can tell both of us are falling asleep.
Uh-oh.
And I look over at her, and she's like, doing the really long blinks.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know I'm doing it too, so I'm going to nudge her just to be like, hey, wake up.
Wake up.
And so we both wake up. We're watching the movie. And then at the end of the movie, there's another really long dialogue. But this is like comedic long. Like, it's a supervillain describing his whole plan, but
Oh.
he's literally it's a 10-minute monologue of him describing his whole plan.
Jesus Christ.
And we both fall asleep during it,
Of course.
and then wake up at the end to see all the action unfold.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then we watched it all the way to the end, and I was like, because there's a part where Louise is gonna do a death flip. It's where you're sitting on the top of the monkey bars, and you swing backwards down, and you do a backflip and land. And I'm seeing her sitting on it, and a whole bit of the show is that Louise never takes her hat off.
Yeah.
You never see her without her hat. And I'm like, okay, maybe this is where her hat flies off while she's doing the flip. I want to see it. And I passed out while she's on top of the bar. And I wake up, and it's them like finishing the movie, and then the credits start rolling. And I was like, fuck.
I didn't
And I
see
asked
what that
Andy, I was like, did she do the death flip? And he goes, oh no, she fell and her hat fell off. I was like, damn it. And he goes, but they didn't show her.
Oh,
You just saw the hat on the ground.
fall.
Yeah, you
That's
just saw
funny.
the hat on the ground. You never saw Louise without the hat.
That's funny.
And so I was like, fuck. And we get in the car, and I'm telling Andy how that happened. She goes, oh, that was like 1 minute. Like
You fell asleep for 1 minute.
Yeah, and I thought I was asleep for like 5 minutes. I was like, what did I miss? And she goes, oh, no, that was literally the next scene that you
funny.
saw. I was like, oh, fuck.
That's what I kept doing the first time we went to go see Star Wars. Like me, you, and all the friends. Like the newer episode 7.
When Ray...
With Ray, yeah.
First
I'd
premiere
doze
of Ray.
off for like 5 minutes and I'd wake up like, oh shit, what I miss? I feel like I missed 30 minutes. But I was like, oh wait, no, okay, I didn't miss that much. They're not even on the planet yet.
But
Like,
the problem with Bob's Burgers is if you doze off for 2 minutes, you miss a lot. Because it's so just jam-packed of like one-liners and like little comedic
Fair
skits
enough, yeah.
that you genuinely do miss stuff if you fall asleep. So...
yeah.
Even with me falling in and out of sleep, I still highly suggest it. And maybe that's why, because I just want to rewatch it to like fully rewatch it. But it actually was really good.
Yeah.
So
Bob Burgers is a good show. I haven't dedicated my time to it.
yeah, but it's also one of those shows where you don't have to watch it in sequential order. It's
Right,
like
and you can also miss episodes if you're playing on your phone. And
Yeah.
you miss, like half of that show, you still get it.
yeah, it's still funny in the end.
I've been with Colton and Josh. They were quoting all these South Park lines last night. I was like, that's fucking hilarious. Why haven't I seen these episodes? That's what I've been doing all day, is playing on my phone and just running South Park in the background.
I told Andy I wanted to watch that like all the
South
way
Park.
through, like just actually watch the episodes.
There's some episodes you're like, that was fucking hilarious, and there's some it's like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah.
So it's a good show to be like playing on your phone or doing whatever while it's running.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was our eventful last day yesterday.
Very nice.
It was a long day, and we're driving home from the movie theater. But this is where the whole timing thing comes into play. Had we not, like... It's a hole in my shorts. I saw
Like,
Ethan
what the
staring
fuck
at
is
my
going
crotch. Had we not, like, gone to IHOP, had we not been at the zoo for so long and watched the baby elephant, had we not talked to that fucking Patoric for 45 minutes of the time.
Patoric was there for a reason.
It's exactly like it all happened for an exact reason to line up, because we came home from 54th Street and pulled into the driveway, and I realized I left my keys at her house because I drove over there this morning. And I remember Dad saying, we're going to be gone from like 3 to 7 at a dinner, and I won't be home. And I was like, we pulled into the driveway and parked and got out, and I was like, oh my God, they're not home. And I know they aren't home. Dad is driving up the fucking street.
Oh, wow.
And garage opens. I was like, holy shit, the timing of that is
That's
wild.
crazy.
We wake up, go to the movie, get out of the movie. We're like almost pulling into Andy's neighborhood. You call me and are like, yo, I'm locked out. Can you come let me in?
I had already opened the garage, tried the door, and I was like, I forgot my house keys. I don't know what to do. I look at my phone. Like, maybe I can call Joseph. Maybe he's not asleep yet. 13 minutes ago, he messaged in the group chat. That's a bet. Joseph.
And I answer, and I'm like, yo, when I was leaving, I told Dad I don't have my house keys, and I may not go back to Andy's tonight. Can you leave me a house key out?
Man.
And Dad was like, yeah, I'll leave it between the front door and the glass door.
That was...
And I was like, no shot you're calling me for a house key when there's one planted outside for a change.
So, we're looping all the way back around to the beginning of the episode. Was that luck or was that meant to be?
That was timing and meant to be, dude.
Meant to be, okay.
That was
All right.
timing and meant to be. You
I
can
didn't get
call
lucky.
it luck. You can call it
All
luck. But, like, had that whole situation not
Never
worked out how it
happened,
did
yeah.
through the day, you would not have had a house key that night to get
Yep.
in the
And I'd
house.
have been sleeping in the Blazer. Yep.
Like,
Yep.
I mean, I was on the way home, so I would have seen you in the Blazer and been like, are you good?
Wake up.
But it was just crazy how that every moment of that day somehow lined up to leading to the right
certain
thing
things at
to
certain
just
times.
work.
Yep.
Like, it just fucking worked.
Fucking nutty.
And today we're out shopping for bikes again because we're trying to weigh all of our options before we drop $300 fucking dollars on a bike
Yeah.
because they're stupid expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And we finally found a bike. Driving home from the academy next to the mall, thinking they'll have a better selection than the academy here.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. They're all just as shitty as all the other places.
All right.
And I was like, yo,
What about that bike store?
Walmart Super... That's closed.
Oh.
Bicycle shop?
Damn.
Yeah. I was like, Walmart Super Center's like right down the road from here on the way home. Let's just stop. It's a super center. Let's just see if it's got more options. And we found a fucking bike. I didn't want to buy it there because they're all pre-assembled and every nut was loose on that fucking bike. And I was like, I'm not walking out of here to go home and fucking retighten every nut.
Buy it online.
And so I told the dude, I was like, do y'all have these in the boxes in the back to where I can just buy it in the box? And he's like, nah, a lot of them are pre-assembled already, so they're just lined up in the back. I was like, okay, never mind. So I walked the bike all the way back, stopped for Jack in the Box for her on the way home, pull in the driveway, and Ethan's opening his door. Like, the fucking timing of this weekend has just been wild.
Oh, yeah.
And that is the time of the episode, the end.
No.
It is.
You can't forget everybody's new favorite segment.
Fuck. I just don't want it to die. It's been on one for like 20 minutes.
Okay, well, then we'll do it fast.
Okay.
So you ready?
Everybody, this is Show and Don't Tell. If you don't know what the skit is, Trevor grabs an item, places it in my hand. Well, I don't look at it, and I have to guess what it is without saying what it is.
Hold on, get out of its packaging. Hang on.
Packaging. It's new.
It is new. You are correct. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready. I know what it is.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do. Yes, I do.
How?
I can tell by the way it feels and the way it's cut.
I don't like you.
And it's scented. And it goes in a little melty thing to scent a room.
I hate you. I should have given it to him in the packaging.
What
No, he'd have been
scent?
like, oh, it's cut. Oh, that's it.
Dude, I'm just good at knowing what's in my hand, man.
I hate you.
Peppermint cocoa, nice. Oh, fuck.
It's strong. It's very strong.
Are we doing cookies? Are we speedrunning cookies?
We can speedrun cookies.
Can you play the outro and look at cookies?
Nope.
Look, where's my phone? I can look at cookies while you play the outro.
Okay, that's fair. Oh, fuck you, ad.
Don't die. Now that we're saying it, it's gonna...
Yeah, you shouldn't have even said anything. It would have been fine.
No, I'm just worried because the last time this happened, it didn't save properly. And
Come on, hurry up.
you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I gotta get it to restart. Okay, pink frosted donut.
Yep, 100%. Pink frosted donut.
Chocolate s'mores.
Is it a marshmallow?
Yeah,
You sure?
it's a melted marshmallow.
Yeah, okay.
It's
yeah,
s'mores.
S'mores back again.
Ooh,
Chocolate chip cookie dough.
Chocolate chip cookie dough. Easy clap
More
and
chocolate. Chocolate hazelnut?
chocolate pecan brownie.
That looks
It's a
like
brownie
hazelnut,
cookie.
though.
Lemon,
sugar, powdered
a sweet lemon cake,
sugar,
sweet lemon custard maybe.
No, because there's no like liquidy part.
Pink donut,
Yeah, obviously.
s'mores,
S'mores.
cookie dough,
Cookie dough.
walnut fudge brownie,
Walnut fudge brownie.
lemon crinkle,
Lemon crinkle.
a cakey lemon cookie rolled in sugar crystals and powdered sugar.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Easy. Thank you everybody for listening. I hope you enjoyed our wild adventure of a weekend, and we hope you join us on the next one. And don't forget to wish me and Andy happy anniversary tomorrow.
Come on,
or
guys.
if you're listening to this on Monday the 30th, today.
The same day.
It's been 2 years.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
He's pointing it in.
I'm pointing at Andy, who's not looking at me.
That's okay.
Shout out to you. Where's the ring?
She said where's
Told
the
you by
ring?
the end of this year.
Oh.
Thank you for
Spoilers.
listening, everybody. Spoilers. Me and Andy are going to be engaged.
Spoiler.
Everybody already knew it.
Oh.
It's too good to be true. Oh, wait, no. That's
It's too
not
good
the
to be
saying.
true. Dumper.
That's not the saying.
Chuck. Oh.
I want to do the Sprite challenge with you.
So we can throw up?
No, so we can let out those massive, amazing burps.
That's
Next week, tune in for the Sprite challenge on What Do You Call It podcast. We're going to have buckets just in case we do
He's gonna
puke it out,
forget.
but I'm not.
He's going to forget.
I'm not. Just like you haven't ordered the rechargeable batteries.
I'm going to forget.
Thank you, everybody, for listening, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.